It's a dusty, abandoned mansion. The chandeliers been dead for years. The echoes of laughter gone with unpaid bills. A man in a cheap, wrinkled suit walks up to the gates. His once shiny designer suit, now faded. His confidence lost somewhere in the Nairobi traffic. His billionaire title revoked. Today, that man is Jonathan Mwangi. The same Jonathan who once laughed the loudest, flaunted his billions and mocked his wife Njeri. But today he's a joke. A security guard at the gate looks at him, up and down, smirks and says, "Allah, boss, you look like struggles personally trained you." Jonathan exhaled sharply, adjusting his fake designer belt. He has no time for nonsense. Today, he is here for one reason: to beg for a job, not just any job, a job at his wife's company. Yes, the same Njeri he used to mock at parties, calling her a former house help. Now, she owns the whole damn building. 2 years ago, in a high-end penthouse in Nairobi, laughter, champagne, and rich people trying to outdo each other with unnecessary flexes. There, Jonathan, in his signature navy suit, holds his whiskey Kama Olympic trophy. His business associates hang onto every word, while their wives flash diamonds bigger than their husbands' IQs. And Jonathan goes, my friends. Jonathan laughs, taking center stage. Let me tell you something. Money really changes people. Look at my wife, Njeri. From scrubbing floors to owning a mansion, she doesn't even know how she got here. The guests explode with laughter. Champagne nearly spills. But in a corner, Njeri, dressed simply but elegantly, her face unreadable. She stands at the edge of the room like a forgotten painting. She does not flinch. She does not react. She just sips her wine slowly, like a villain plotting revenge. What Jonathan didn't know was she was taking notes. He was too busy showboating. And he says, hata msee hawezi imagine. Her father bado anaendesha pikipiki kwenda kufundisha primary school. Laughter erupts, more drinks are poured. Then the door opens. Edward Ochieng enters, a man whose suit is so crisp. It makes Jonathan's look like a supermarket uniform. Edward, the Minister of Lands, the only man who could approve or kill Jonathan's $1 billion real estate deal. Edward, karibu kwa mansion ya watu wa pesa. Jonathan says, still on his comedy tour, laughs louder. He then turns to Njeri smirking. Let me introduce you to my lovely wife, Njeri. Can you believe she used to be a house help? Now look at her. From mopping floors to walking on marble. Then a deep silence. Edward turns his head. Jonathan, are you sure you want to finish that sentence? Jonathan chuckles nervously. Of course, my friend. It's a beautiful story of transformation. Hata madha yake bado anauza mboga kwa kibanda. Edward puts down his drink. He pulls out his phone. He shows Jonathan a picture. A small, dusty vegetable stall and an old woman selling tomatoes. Do you recognize this place, Jonathan? Edward asks, smiling. Jonathan squints. That's just some random stall in Gikomba. Edward leans back, grinning. That stall belongs to my mother, your wife's mother. Jonathan's stomach drops. Edward continues, his voice smooth but sharp. Oh, and by the way, we've been wealthy for years now. We just didn't want to embarrass people like you. The guest, dead silent. His enemies, cheering inside. Jonathan freezes, and just like that, Jonathan's $1 billion deal gone. His wife, still sipping her drink, unbothered. Jonathan sits nervously in a waiting room, sweating kama boda rider na insurance ime-expire. Not waiting for a business deal, not waiting for investors, but waiting for a job interview. A secretary walks in. Madam Njeri will see you now. Jonathan stands, straightens up his cheap suit and walks in. The office is massive, with floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the Nairobi skyline. At the desk, Njeri, his wife, his ex-trophy, the woman who used to call a joke. Now, his new boss. Njeri doesn't even look up. Jonathan clears his throat. Njeri, I came to ask for a job? She interrupts, finally looking up. Jonathan swallows hard. Yes. A slow, satisfied smile spreads across her face. You used to say I should be grateful you married me. That I was lucky. Jonathan shifts uncomfortably, staring at the floor. Njeri, she interrupts again. Tell me, Jonathan, do you still think money can buy respect? Jonathan stares at her. No words. She leans forward, voice soft but deadly. While you were busy buying mansions, I was building empires. And now, this office, this company, this city, it's mine. Jonathan lowers his gaze. Finally, he asks, so do I get the job? Njeri stands up, walking towards him slowly. Let me ask you something, Jonathan. Do you remember how you used to introduce me at parties? Jonathan nods. Yeah. She leans in, inches from his face. Then you already know the answer. Jonathan looks up, realization hitting him like a truck. The same words he used to mock her, she had just used to end him. And that, my friends, is the unexpected twist of fate. What do you think? Did Jonathan deserve it? Let me know in the comments. If you loved this story, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more mind-blowing tales, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. See you in the next one.